So here's the deal. Made a video about how Stevie J and the game were going at it over a selfie. Well, really a telfie, a two-person selfie. A photo on Instagram of Joseline in the game that caused some controversy. The game ended up letting Stevie J know he can meet up with him in person, all this other bullshit. Well, if you need a link to it, it's in the description box. I'll post it in the comment section as well. Here's the deal. So the game isn't the only one that has something to say to Stevie J. Apparently, Wack 100, yes, the dude who knocked out Stitches, chimed in with the following. He said, at Stevie J, I respectfully asked you not to play this game with us when you was on my phone crying about your wife. I told you. All it was a simple picture at a video premiere. Now here's the facts you gotta know about the hashtag winner circle. Our men don't fuck with men or anything that resembles a man. Now we can run that fade on site. Hashtag Pyru. If you don't know what that means, running a fade means to fight. Now what the fuck would they need to fight for? Is it really that serious? Of course not. But when you're shouting out Pyru, which is like Swahili for blood if I'm not mistaken. So this dude is some blood gang member. Probably 40 fucking years old. Like the game is 36 years old, repping for the Bloods. Some black men, I'm sorry, you just need to grow the fuck up. Same thing with white guys and biker gangs. Shit is retarded. If you're pushing 40 and you're repping a gang, life went real fucking wrong for you. That's not a fucking militia. That's just a dumbass gang. The gang shit doesn't work. Tired of my people being killed. Anybody can call me soft all that they want. But I'm not a white supremacist, so therefore I don't support gangs. Another thing that I don't support, other than being a sellout, Sambo-ass coon, 40-year-old gangbanger, is this whole calling black women transsexual shit. I cannot listen. I apologize to Wendy Williams or any other woman that I may have ever called a tranny or even joked about it on my blog or in any video. I stopped doing that shit recently when I came to the realization, you know what it was? It was two things that, well, it was multiple things that happened. The main two things were when I sat down and really thought about what those so-called conservatives were saying about our First Lady, Michelle Obama. It really bothered me. It really got to me. And it really actually hurt me when I thought about it. I said, now that's just wrong. They were trying to prove to people that she's a transsexual. And a lot of people actually believe that in America. Potentially millions. I'm not perfectly sure of the exact number, but definitely in the thousands. They were saying things like, well, she needs to provide a picture of when she was pregnant with Sasha or Malia to prove that she's a woman. And I'm just sitting back like, what type of sick person would say something like that about our First Lady? I've never heard any of the former First Ladies ever disrespected like that before. So it really bothered me when I really thought about it. And I also thought about the fact that people leave a lot of comments on my YouTube channel where they call Joseline a tranny or Tommy Lee a tranny, and maybe even a few other women, but particularly Joseline and Tommy Lee. And when I kept seeing those comments over and over again, I'm like, really? Is that what people think about them? And I'm thinking like, these are two black women. And I don't usually hear people, you know, saying stuff like this about white women or Asian women. And I said, wow, you know, I know that black women typically have more testosterone than other women, allegedly, or whatever. But that's natural. Then I don't see really any issue with it. And in my opinion, you know, no shade to Asian women, no shade to white women, no shade to any other mixture of women. But I just think that we have a disproportionately high rate of good looking women in our race. And then when I really thought about it, I said, if they're saying that these beautiful black women like a Joseline Hernandez looks like a transsexual, then what does that say about me being a man who's attracted to her? And then I put myself to the side for a second. And I said, well, on a deeper level, how the hell would you feel if you were a woman and somebody said some crap like that about you? And when I really thought about it, I was like, man, that must hurt. So anyways, I said to myself, I don't think I could ever call a black woman a tranny again because of that. When I really thought about it all in the grand scheme of things, I think that that's more than offensive. And the reason why people are saying it a lot of times is not because they're in the middle of an argument and somebody just said something to try to hurt somebody because they feel like they were wronged and they were snapping back at them. A lot of times people were just leaving random comments or, expressing random opinions. Well, I think she looks like a tranny. And I think that if you think Joseline looks like a tranny, you need to look at her again. Also, Priscilla Rainey is another one, the one that's suing the game for sexual assault, among other things, if I'm not mistaken. They said that she looked like a damn tranny. And she looks nothing like a tranny. Once again, she's mixed, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, my whole point is this, man. I digress. I just wish that we could get to a point where we could stop saying that these black women look like transsexuals. I'm to a point where even if it's true, I don't want to say it. And Joseline definitely does not look like a man. But this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com and follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine.